What's going on, guys? I'm Simple Simon, and I don't know if you guys remember, but when I first started making videos, this was my background. So I'm doing it old school today. Today's video is a video entry for Crime Alley Comics Road to 800 giveaway. My boy Roger, formerly known as R. Wheatley, Crime Alley Comics, does mostly comic book hauls on his videos as well as collectibles. He has a crazy collection of stuff, not just comic books but figurines and all kinds of collectibles, so do check out my boy Crime Alley Comics. He's doing a giveaway. He's doing, I believe, 2 giveaways. He's got a Marvel lot of comics to give away and also a DC lot. I believe that's what it is, and he wants you to do a video. Well, you can just actually comment on that video, so there'll be a link to that in the description below. But you can get an extra entry for making a video. And my boy Roger, right? So he's part of my trinity. I've got a trinity of YouTubers, and they are Life with 2 YouTubers, Comics Altruism, and Crime Alley Comics, formerly R. Wheatley. So the reason they're my trinity is because those 3 channels have been entering my giveaways ever since my very first one, my first 100 subscriber giveaway. Those guys have entered every giveaway since, so they were part of my first 100 subscribers. And in fact, Roger was actually the first winner. He won my first 100 subscriber giveaway. So yeah, I gotta look out for my boy Roger. I want to do an entry for his contest. He wants to know what your earliest comic book was that you can remember, right? So I can't quite remember what it was, but I'm going to show you some books, alright? Alright, so this is almost going to be like a comic haul video. I'm going to have a few books to show you, alright? So these are my earliest comic books, and a lot of these I'm going to show you are ones that I still own. Yes, I am a noob, but I did like comic book books back in the Disney. So I'll show you a couple that I've still got from then. First one is A Death in the Family trade. This is my earliest memory of a story. I remember reading this, and in fact, this was the book that got me back into comics. So a few years ago, I was really sick for a week, and basically I stumbled across a small stash of comics that somehow survived my childhood, and this was in there, and I actually reread this story, which actually started my journey into comic books. Here's another one I used to have, Batman, the movie adaptation. I'll never forget the opening scene of this where you see Batman walking with his feet just making the sounds on the rocks. I'll never forget like the treading on his boots. Here's another one I've held on to all those years. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was a big fan of the Turtles back in the day. I did read these comics. This is the first issue that I've had since then, and I did get it signed by Kevin Eastman. The next 2 comics I'm going to show you I actually rebought. So this book, when I first started collecting, as soon as I saw it, I instantly recognized it, and I was like, I used to have that. And I did repurchase it because it wasn't an expensive key, but it actually happens to be the first Tim Drake. I actually bought this entire year 3 story arc run, as well as the Lonely Place of Dying, I think it's called, because I had those books too. So I repurchased those ones. This is a recent purchase of mine, and this was my favorite comic book series when I was a kid. I was all about Sonic the Hedgehog, so yeah, that I recently repurchased. But why stop there? Let's show you some more comics. So a few years ago, my parents moved out of sold their house, which is the house I grew up in, and they were going through all their stuff and throwing it out. They're like, come over, see if you want any of this stuff, right? And I salvaged a few things. Most of my comic books were given away. My mum gave them to a friend of hers kids, who I will hunt down one day and murder. I better not say that. But yeah, a small stash of comics survived, so I was like, I will grab those for sure. So let's have a look at what's inside. Mortal Kombat issue 1. I actually did have issue 2 in here too, but I actually AOK'd that to my buddy A-Up in the UK. Shadow of the Bat, there's some Batman there. Some more Ninja Turtles action. Ninja Turtles, I think that's a key, that one. The Simpsons is actually another comic series I'd like to repurchase sometime. Just the first issues of The Simpsons, and maybe the Bartman with the foil cover, I used to have those. This one survived, so I somehow still have this in my collection. This is the glow-in-the-dark Radioactive Man. Now this is the Australian New Zealand version, because the bubble is actually different there, and I believe the price says New Zealand on it. So Punisher 100, I believe he kills himself or something in that one. These were some random Batman books that I picked up in a show bag. Batman, got this in a show bag. This book I actually got from The Grey Man as well in an AOK. So yeah, I used to buy a lot of X-Men comics because I loved the X-Men animated series back when I was a kid. I bought a lot of X-Men comics. I can't say I loved reading X-Men though back in the day. So I got the X-Men Alpha foil chrome cover, some more X-Men. More, this is all during the Age of Apocalypse sort of stuff. That was from a show bag, I remember. Ninja Turtles magazine. Ren and Stimpy, issue 1. Now this is interesting, right? So, well, that's a good one. Fantastic Four homage. Now these books, I don't know if you see, are Trial Comics, right? But then I've also got some that are on Marvel. Yeah, so this is the Australian, New Zealand sort of version. So I believe I've seen issue 1 as a different cover of this for the American version. So yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to show some of those books that I still have from when I was a kid. Anyway, that was probably longer than it needed to be. Please check out my boy Roger at Crime Alley Comics. Check out his giveaway, subscribe to his channel, and yeah, thank you Roger for always entering my giveaways and being one of my earliest subscribers. It means a lot to me. So anyway guys, that's it. Keep it simple.